Welcome to my final project for the 21st Century Education course, Full Steam Ahead. This was a BVIU online course facilitated by Maggie Broderick. This course focused on three major themes. What is a 21st century learner? What are the skills needed for today's society? And how do we reach and teach the 21st century student?
Amy, it says you are trained in technology. That's very good. Are you adept at Excel?
No.
PowerPoint?
No.
Publisher?
Not really.
Exactly in what area of technology are you proficient?
Snapchat, Pinterest, Instagram, Vine, Twitter. You know, the big ones.
I'm surprised you didn't say Facebook.
That's for old people, like my parents. That's funny.
Well, Amy, when you're working for me, you have to have those kind of research skills because I'll send you things for you to comb through and get the answers and send them to me. So for that, you've got to be really good at technology.
For stuff like that, no problem. I'll just ask Siri.
You'll just ask Siri?
You know, Siri tell me this, Siri find me that. We're all good at getting you the answers.
Tell Siri I want you ready to go at 8 sharp each and every morning.
I don't understand
What don't you understand?
what you just said.
You don't understand be ready to go?
No. You said 8, right?
Yes.
8 like in the morning 8?
Yes, in the morning.
Yeah. That kind of doesn't work for me. Who gets up at 8?
I do.
I Skype with my French boyfriend in Paris until like 3 in the morning. I don't even get to Starbucks until like 10, where I order my grande chai tea latte, 3 pumps, skim milk, light water, 2% foam, extra hot, but not too hot. So if it's okay, I work best in the morning at 10:45.
Wow. Amy, I don't think we're going to be a good fit.
Why are you so negative? I can sense your hostilities, and right now I am not feeling very safe. I've been here for over 5 minutes, and the only nice thing you have said to me was nice resume, which I typed all night for this meeting with you. You've given me no guidance, no validation, no encouragement, no supervision. Is there an HR director somewhere?
HR director?
Yes, I need to speak to someone. I may have to take off today as a mental health day.
Take the day off. Amy, look at me. You don't work here.
Are you firing me?
What is a 21st century learner? Here we examine generational differences between teachers and students, and also learn to appreciate that today's learners have always had access to technology. In this clip, Dr. Tim Elmore and Clay Scroggins look at today's scene.
Tim, and I love that about you. And that really is the umbrella for what we're going to talk about over the next few minutes is I feel like you have such great content, not just on understanding the context, but also on helping us figure out, okay, so what do I do? Help me understand. What should I do to be a part of helping the next gen win? Because we really do believe you win if you'll choose to help the next gen win. You've got, there's another graphic that I want to walk through and spend a bit more time on because I love it. But it illustrates what the scene is today. It illustrates what's the context for where we are today, not just for millennials and for homelanders, but for all of us. So let's jump into that.
Okay, well, let me give you one line that I think will set it up well. I believe we adults haven't always done a great job. We thought we could just raise our kids the way we did 30 or 40 years ago, and the world is different. Think about it for just a minute. This is the first generation of kids that doesn't need adults to get information.
Wow.
So that's just weird. We used to be the grand brokers of all the data. They needed the teacher because I know and you don't. Well, now, thank you, Google, they don't need you for information. But they do need you for interpretation. Let me help you make sense of all that you know.
Wow.
Let me give context to all the content you got on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I'm not downing this generation. I'm just saying we need to lead you better than we've led you, just assuming everything's going to be fine if we just, feed you and clothe you and get you out the door.
Right.
So you're right. We did put together a couple of columns called Today's Scene, Our Scene Today. And I'm hoping this will be helpful for all of you. If you're making mental notes, I'm going to give you 2 columns On the left-hand column, I'm going to give you 5 words that spell the word seen that aptly describe our world today. Every one of you will immediately say, oh yes, that's our world today. But then off to the right, I'm going to give you the unintended consequences. What might be the assumptions of a kid today since they grew up in this world that we created.
Yeah.
So the letter S in seen reminds us that their world is full of speed, okay?
Everything's fast.
Everything's fast.
Yeah.
We don't call it Graham, we call it Instagram. You know, everything's ATMs, microwave ovens, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But if I grew up in a world of speed, if that's all I've ever known,
Yeah.
I can easily assume that slow is bad.
Yep.
I can't even navigate slow. I hate slow.
Anything that takes time,
Yes.
like a career or an education.
That's right.
Right.
It's just hard. They want to be VP by 26 years old, and and you can't blame them. But we fed this world to them,
That's
and
right.
now they're thinking this. The letter C reminds us that our world is full of convenience, and we all love the modern day conveniences
That's
we
right.
enjoy.
Yeah, I can be in line at Starbucks and pay my mortgage and watch a Netflix show.
Yeah.
All while I'm standing
That's
there, and then I get
exactly
mad
right.
when my coffee's not ready. That's so
true.
frustrating.
That's the speed and the convenience.
That's right.
put together.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, this is in me.
Yeah,
for sure.
but think about it. If you grew up in a world of convenience, everything's a quick click, you can easily assume that hard is bad.
Yep.
Now, here's something interesting. The number one phrase that K-12 educators say they hear from students today is, this is too hard. This is too hard. They tell their teacher that.
Some of you that are teachers, educators, you're going, yeah.
As if to say, I'm on level 2 of the video game, not level 5. Put me down to level 2 here, you know. So again, it's a natural conclusion. I'm not saying every kid, but it's easy
Yeah.
to assume. In fact, I don't think we like hard anymore. Come on, we want it to be easy.
That's right.
The letter E reminds us their world is full of entertainment. Our world is full of entertainment. Like you just said, if you got 5 minutes wait in line, you're pulling out that smartphone, checking out, you know, Alabama scores or whatever, you know.
That's right.
But if I grew up in a world of entertainment, I can easily assume that boring is bad. Now, I don't think teenagers have ever loved boring, but today we're learning something very strategic about boring. Neuroscientists tell us that it's in times of boredom, where we have margins in our calendar, that we develop empathy and creativity.
Wow.
Think about it. If you're in a world of noise and clutter screaming at you, you're just surviving the week. I just want to I can't care for you. I got to care for me. And I'm thinking, that's not the kids we want to raise. That's not the adults we want running our companies
Wow.
in 20 years. So the letter N, certainly not every kid in America, but if you've grown up in middle class or affluent America, they've grown up in a world of nurture. We've wanted to protect them, and we have safety seats, safety belts, safety devices. I often joke with parents in a parent conference. We put helmets on them at dinner time. You know, it's a little ridiculous, actually. So if I grew up in a world of nurture, this screams a message to them. They can easily assume that risk is bad. Mom doesn't want to take any risk. And now today, this is the most risk-averse generation of university students we've ever measured.
Which is always interesting to me because the millennial generation gets tagged with the idea that they're very, very confident, and I demand to be a boss now, and why can't I have an extra week of vacation? And some of it is courageous. There's a confidence that, hey, I want to speak my mind, and I have an opinion, and I matter.
Yeah.
But it's also coupled with this interesting idea that, yet I'm afraid to risk.
Yes.
So both of those are true?
Yeah. There are more entrepreneurial spirits within the millennials, but yet they're risk averse. So what I often say is, I'm hearing more and more psychologists diagnose, when they're seeing teen clients, high arrogance, low self-esteem. That seems like an oxymoron. How can you be arrogant? Well, there's I got a platform with a lot of likes and shares and views, but deep down, I don't know if I really got it. So again, this is where mentors come in to say, you have what it takes to be a man. You can do this. I was scared too when I was 21, you know, that sort of thing.
That's great.
So, and then the last letter, certainly not every kid for sure, but we did this if it's true, their world is often full of entitlement. I deserve this just because I'm here.
Right.
And if I grew up in a world of entitlement, it's far too easy to assume that labor is bad. I shouldn't have to work for this.
Right. Well, because if I've always gotten a trophy, why should I have to work for my trophy?
Exactly.
That makes total sense.
We gave them ribbons and trophies just for putting the fork in the dishwasher. So
easy, Tim.
I know.
I got those. They're
but
on my
listen,
bulletin board.
this is a cut down to us. I'm thinking, what were we thinking? They're not. I know a 9-year-old little boy that gave the trophy back to his dad after Little League baseball season. He said, "This doesn't mean anything." So they're not stupid. I just wonder if we are. Yeah.
Wow.
So. So can I say one more thing, Clay, real quick? I know we want to keep going, but this is, when I scribbled this out on a napkin some time ago, I looked at this list here, slow, hard, boring, risk, and labor, and it dawned on me, if this is true about our world, aren't these the very elements that grow me into a good adult? Into a good husband, into a good father, into a good leader? I'm simply saying, I love our world. I wouldn't want to be without the high-tech world we live in. But it's taking away the very components that would build me naturally with some life skills.
Wow.
So we have to be more intentional. That's my only message.
Yeah.
We've got to be way more intentional than we ever were to build ready adults
I love that.
for the world that comes.
Yeah, because this is what the world is. This is
Yeah.
where we are.
Yeah.
And we've got to be intentional about it.
Yeah.
How do we reach and teach the 21st century learner? An exciting trend is to focus on STEAM education. Innovation revolves around STEM education: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. STEAM places art and design at the center of STEM. STEAM education promotes 21st century skills and aligns with the needs of Generation Z. STEAM focuses on valuing the learning process as much as the results. This is a paradigm shift from the major focus that we have now on test scores.